Hey friends, it's BestEver, and I wanted to put together a little video for you about the making of stars. Any like behind the scenes kind of stuff with songs. I've always been really interested and intrigued by that kind of thing, and I thought maybe this would be fun for you to check out. So here we go. Here's the making of stars. There was a great team on the creation of this single. So I want to first shout out to Meg Ruwe, who was a co-songwriter on this with me and really brought some things to life that I could not have done on my own. And then we have, of course, Nicole Reeves, the vocalist on the track, who just knocked it out of the park. You have Brian Moore, who helped me do some vocal edits to save me some time so I could get this mixed on quickly. And then Tim Miller, who's my brother, he did the photo of Kim's eye and did all of those edits to get the stars and make it look all pretty. Her eyes are already pretty, and he brought it to that next level. And Whitney Young actually came up with that art concept. I remember reading Whitney the lyrics before I had recorded the song a few months ago, and she was like, oh my gosh, I see this image, and I think we could use this as the image for the cover art. And then, of course, we have to thank my beautiful, gorgeous wife for having featured her eye on this on this cover art. As far as the stuff that I did on the track, I did some stuff on it. More specifically, I produced it. I was a songwriter on it. I arranged the parts, tracked all the instruments, did some background vocals, and mixed and mastered the track. So I did some stuff on it. All of it very much fun. And I'll tell you, listening to a vocalist like Nicole and just getting to hear this all come together was such a joy. The chorus melody specifically had been in my head since 2016. It had been just one of those things that was kind of swirling around me for a long time, but no lyrics, and I knew the song wanted lyrics. When I knew this thing wanted to come into existence, I said, I need Meg. I need Meg to collaborate with. And so I sent her some voice memo ideas of the song, and I said, do you feel anything with this? Because I would really like to work on this together. And of course, Meg, being the awesome person she is, a very busy human being, says yes and just starts working with me on it on the spot. And we finished it pretty quickly. And then I was just like, all right, I need to just go arrange and finish all this. So I went and tracked all the instruments and got the arrangement together the way I wanted it. And then I said, hey, Nicole, I know that you're also wicked busy, but can we maybe work together on a track again? It's been a long time. So she tracked this so quick and sent me literally just one take of that main vocal and then a couple harmonies. And that's what I worked with. I didn't ask her for anything else because these takes, as you've heard, are just beautiful. And she did an amazing job. I can't even express what a gift it is to work with people like Meg and Nicole, because they are just phenomenal at what they do. And they make me look really good at what I do. Speaking of which, Brian Moore taught me everything I know about audio and mixing and engineering. Brian graciously gave me some time to help save me a little time. He did a little bit of Melodyne on this and sent it back to me. I don't know, that seemed like it was a matter of minutes. It took him like no time at all. Smoothed it out. Then it was off to mixing, and I spent about a week mixing it, and I had a week to do it, so I got it done. It's a great example of allowing a song be what it wants to be and having an amazing team to work with and accomplishing the goal. And this is what we did. So without further ado, let's jump into the mix a little bit. I think I'll just break it down by section.
We are not strangers. I feel your name beating in my heart. There is no danger. Our worlds can never keep us apart. I feel the earth shake. My soul is open, wide awake. We're not a mistake. The gravity of fate is making.
Kind of a buzzkill to stop it before the chorus, but I just wanted to take you through these sections and have you hear the individual parts that are going on. So let's do some drums in this part here. I did a low pass filter, so I was letting all that low end information through first and let it build. And I just wanted to feel like things were off at a distance and then coming in and getting more and more in detail. So let's just listen to just that filtered kit here when it comes in. And actually, what I did for that is I sat at my Yamaha DTX kit and I just played that because I wanted it to have the feel of, an actual real drummer, and then just some filtering. I feel like it's important just to hear what the vocals are doing at the very beginning as well. So let's take a listen to Nicole.
We are not strangers. I feel your name beating in my heart. There is no danger. Our worlds can never keep us apart. I feel the earth shake. My soul is open, wide awake. We're not a mistake. The gravity of fate is making.
She just brought a really special vulnerability to this session. All I did was really just make it feel like it was in space. Now, I know there's no sound in space, and I'm not scientifically being accurate here. But when you think about space, it's like you can't help but think about a lot of reverb. Let's take a listen to the chorus, and then we'll break this section down.
Stars align. We're two of a kind. And I know in my mind we met on the other side. See the signs, the moon in your eyes. The timing is right. The dark and the light collide.
All right, so this is what I'd like to highlight here, is to kind of hear what's going on with the vocals. This is where I bring in that little bit of harmony. See the signs, moon in your eyes. Timing is right. Dark and the light collide.
See the signs, the moon in your eyes. The timing is right. The dark and the light collide.
What I was feeling was like a really vulnerable vocal, and then I just wanted more of what I would call like the experience of the all to be invited into this part. And so I brought my voice, which is a little bit richer, a little bit darker. The way that collides with Nicole's vocal makes sense because of the dark and the light collide. Let's check out verse 2.
Our love is cosmic. Eclipses, stardust and comets. No one can stop it. So turn your ears and eyes to the sky and sing it.
I wanted to give you a little bit of a head bob at this part. I every time the chorus is going on, it's actually being doubled by this synth. So let's take a listen to that. That is interestingly the thing that I just kept hearing in my mind over the last 5 years. So that's kind of the origin of this whole thing. It felt very cosmic. That's that synth that kind of brought this song into existence, if you will. Next section, let's take a listen to the harmonies that come into existence here.
Stars align, we're two of a kind, and I know in my mind we met on the other side. I'll see the signs, the moon in your eyes, the timing is right, the dark and the light collide.
I love this kind of thing. I had so much fun with this when she sent this over. Let's go to the big synth chorus. One of my favorite pop albums ever is Art Pop by Lady Gaga. And I love the synth sounds on that record. That was some of the inspiration for this part of the track. Diving into the drums, though, what I wanted to happen here was a really nice marriage of hard-hitting EDM drums with very human-sounding stuff. So this kind of bell track, I wanted to add an extra layer of humanness to it. It's not like perfectly in time, and also it's got some interesting tonality to it, and it's giving, if you listen to it, it's kind of chordal, isn't it? You hear some harmonic stuff in there, which is really fun and gave this, it really kind of made this part stand out. And then on top of everything is where I added the hi-hat and snare parts. I'm a fan of really heavy hitting stuff, but I also like it to have that danceability to it. Well, I think I want to have you just hear the lead synths on their own, and you can kind of hear where the pumping compression is coming in. The mid synths in this section are really kind of what give it the body. So we're going to listen to the mid blended in with that lead. Yeah, see how that lead now really has a lot more body? So when you get into this part, it doesn't sound thin. go to the next section here.
The whole vibe starts in our eyes. It's so divine, it's so divine. It's the whole vibe starts in our eyes. We're so divine.
We're just going to listen to just that vocoder part, and you can hear the voicings that I chose for it. This is really fun.
It's the whole vibe starts in our eyes. It's so divine, it's so divine. It's the whole vibe starts in our eyes. We're so divine.
Yeah, this is the stuff I live for, if you can't tell. Let's listen to the vocal blended with that, though.
It's the whole vibe starts in our eyes. It's so divine, it's so divine. It's the whole vibe starts in our eyes. We're so divine.
I love this kind of thing. So much fun. When we get to this down chorus, you get a really vulnerable vocal from Nicole, but I also want you to hear what's going on in the background here.
Stars align, we're two of a kind. I know in my mind we met on the other side. See the signs, the moon in your eyes. The timing is right, the dark and the light collide.
Eric Whitacre is one of my favorite composers, and this was definitely influenced by Eric. Let's just listen to the mid synths. And now just the strings by themselves. So I'm going to do the piano, the mid synths, and the strings when they all kind of come in together here. There's that Eric Whitacre cluster chord. And speaking of which, we're going to go into this cluster chorus. But before we do that, I want to actually take you to the vocal part where this all comes together at the end.
See the signs, the moon in your eyes. The timing is right, the dark and the light collide.
All right, now everybody's told me that this is their favorite part of the song when Nicole does this really cool, just stacked harmony that's like really washed out with reverb. And my goal with this part was to make it blend right in with that lead synth. So I'm just going to play Nicole's vocal here because it's just so cool.
Stars, the moon in your eyes. The timing is right, the dark and the light collide.
All right, now everybody's told me that this is their favorite part of the song when Nicole does this really cool, just stacked harmony that's like really washed out with reverb. And my goal with this part was to make it blend right in with that lead synth. So I'm just going to play Nicole's vocal here because it's just so cool. the whole goal was to get that to blend in with this synth. So let's listen to that happen. See what I mean? We're just blending that right in. What I'm going to do is isolate all of the vocals at the end, because this is where everything comes together as that cluster that we were talking about. So let's move on to this last chorus here.
It's the whole vibe, stars in our eyes. It's so divine, so divine. It's the whole vibe, stars in our eyes. It's so divine.
All right, now let's just hear the vocals.
It's the whole vibe, stars in our eyes. It's so divine, it's so divine. It's the whole vibe, stars in our eyes. We're so divine.
So much fun. So much fun. Speaking of which, I hope that you've had a good time listening through this session. If you'd like me to break down more of the technical elements of this, whether that be the musical technical elements or the mix itself, I would be so happy to do that for you. I just figured it would be fun to do a video where you can kind of hear all of these elements coming together and the parts isolated. But this has been such a joy to put together. I am so looking forward to more Best Ever songs coming out in the future. Thanks for hanging with me, and I can't wait for the next one.